So, John Wick continues his massive journey in order to eliminate everyone who's trying to, eliminate him with a, what was it, $14 million contract? Especially in this one, John Wick 3 Parabellum, which comes from the Latin phrase, if you want peace, prepare for war. And just Google it right there. And, yeah, the Parabellum means prepare for war. So yeah, he pretty much just had to prepare for it. This is not parallelogram, or parallel. When you want to talk about action and mythology that just gets injected with an insane, surreal amount of stuff going on in here, I mean, even one of my coworkers said, hey, number 2 was pretty good, but when you get to number 3, you're going to just be blown the F away. And I can honestly say, yeah, I was genuinely blown away by just everything in here. It just continues to evolve more and more, and it's like our hero had an hour to escape, an hour head start to escape from the Continental, and it was. Now he decides to go to what was that? Casablanca, Morocco is one of the areas. It's also in Italy. It's really a global tour, and this movie just works so well, so dang well. I mean, we even have the Indonesian language that we can at least understand conversationally. So it's like I'm genuinely impressed by everything about this movie. I think that when this got released in 2019, it was just astonishing. I kind of am a little bit irked at myself. I've never even seen any of these movies, but to see number 3, it was just absolutely crazy. I mean, what can be said about this? I mean, just the variety of action scenes was just insane. I mean, there's of course, you got a knife fight going on. Yeah, that's fine. But then you also go into a horse stable. Yes, I am dead serious. And there's some people that are just. And one guy gets kicked by a horse, killing him, and yet they make sure not to injure the horses. It was so great. There was a scene where there was, of course, the motorcycle chase, and it works so well because it's like there's 2 or 3 different people are going around and just kicking his butt, and you just look at it, you're like, oh yeah, this is the stuff. Let's have him going at 70 miles per hour, whatever that is in kilograms, and let's just have this intense scene left and right, and just increase accelerating and deaccelerating, and just be like, please, I want more of this. I am loving this. Halle Berry gets into it about maybe 45 minutes in, where she's like, first she was like, hey, I have these 2 dogs. Like, yeah, you need to grant me a safe passage to wherever it was, Morocco or something like that. And so it's like, of course, with their 2 dogs and everything else, it's just guns a-blazing and what had to be the most complex scene by itself to shoot, to construct, and everything else, because both Halle Berry and Keanu Reeves again had to go through more training, which I'm sure that they absolutely love doing, just for the absolute astonishment for everything. And I mean, with guns a-blazing, dogs, mythology going on here, the guy that portrays them, it's just, wow. I'm like, it was just surreal, just the amount of action going on. And of course there's a big climactic scene in the hotel, and yes, the dog is there because Winston gave our hero about an hour. He said, that, hey, you're going to, it's like, he ultimately gets reinstated, reconsecrated, I think the phrase is. I don't know. And it's like there's some action. It's like there's Wick who's facing off against a chef who has some students that where they go through and they're actually kind of pleased to fight him for whatever reason. It was so surreal. It was funny. They actually pick him up and say, "Pleased to meet you," and I'm like, okay then. But just what's going on with the smashing, just the non-stop intensity. I love this. And again, it's just oozing, it's just saturated with just great flavor. Yeah, flavor, I guess is the word. It's just chef's kiss of just absolute brilliance. I mean, and what surprised the heck out of me was Sharon, the hotel, like the hotel worker, actually gets in on the action, and out of nowhere, just like a clown car, just comes a whole bunch of people from management who come in wielding guns. It's so unexpected, but they are defending their home turf because there's this adjudicator that is willing to negotiate it, saying, "Hey, the high table will allow you to reinstate your hotel if you shoot Wick or whatever it was," and goes down to Lawrence Fishburne and some dance school instructor saying, "Hey, you helped him when the contract was on," and some other stuff like that. So ultimately, it just led to a really interesting take on everything happening. Of course, it also expands on everything. I mean, we even get to where he's climbing through the sands, because according to Keanu Reeves in a 2007 interview, he said, "I had a dream that John Wick was traversing a desert, and I wanted to know why." So you can see Reeves as he's in these majestic landscapes walking, and with a black suit on, he eventually comes to a settlement in the desert where he gets his wounds tended to and stuff like that, and it was nice to see him get reinstated with the high table or whatever it was. I'm trying to remember. It was just so wow. I mean, I'm just like looking at this movie and I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's the fact that we just get so many variety of fight scenes and things like that. It's just truly a trilogy that just improved. It just starts off with some guns blazing, and then by this one, it's absolutely all guns blazing. So, when I was thinking of Casablanca, I was thinking of the Humphrey Bogart movie Casablanca, where he allows some I guess rebels to hide out in his restaurant. What was that? Rick's Cafe Do American or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. We'll give it another watch. But yeah, I could kind of get the vibes from that. The scene, and of course, what was it? In the 1500s, Morocco was used as a hangout for pirates for legal purposes and some nefarious purposes. Let's just say that. And of course, some of the characters. This one's got some more standout characters. Lawrence Fishburne as the Bower King. We got that dance instructor lady. Yeah, and of course Halle Berry as Sophia with her two dogs are definitely the most standouts. Each one is given enough time to fulfill their purpose, but because of their, I don't want to say pulpiness about them, but at the same time, given their interesting nature with the beautiful sets and everything, it's just I really can't find anything wrong with this. The ending was everything just came into effect. It's so gosh darn incredible. Again, the music was fantastic, action was great. Wow. So yeah, again, I'm just going to keep praising this movie. John Wick 3 Parabellum must watch.